7 News reporter Nick Conigliaro was the first reporter on the scene, and he brings us the details on what he's learned tonight. Nick?
Well, Tate, police collected 6 shell casings from that drive-by. I spoke with one man who was in the area. He tells me the second he heard those pops, he knew shots were fired.
Things happen there, I guess, more commonly than in other parts of Wheeling, so I wasn't really surprised.
Residents of the neighborhood tell me this used to be a nice area to live in, but it's gone downhill. Around 2:30 Wednesday afternoon, a small cranberry-colored 4-door Chevy with Ohio plates supposedly shot in the direction of adjoining buildings on the 3100 block of Jacob Street. According to Wheeling Police Public Information Officer Philip Stahl, people were inside one of the houses when those shots were fired, but nobody was hurt in the incident. Mike LaHood, a man working in the area at the time, said his biggest concern was just ensuring his own safety.
Well, in today's world, the first thing you think of is, man, you've got to really be cautious. So that's why I ran to the front door and locked it, because I didn't know. I mean, I knew it was gunshots. I just didn't know what the degree of the whole situation was.
A vehicle in front of the buildings was hit by numerous shots and towed from the scene. This is still an active investigation with very limited information, but police are working to gather more.
As far as we know, the vehicle drove by. The driver of that vehicle then was last seen somewhere in the 29th Street area.
The drive-by happened around the same time Wheeling Middle School was getting out, and Stahl says police were in touch with their prevention resource officer for dismissal times and rerouting of buses. He continued to tell me they have also been in touch with officials throughout the Ohio Valley to be on the lookout for the suspected cranberry-colored 4-door Chevy.
I hope they find it.
Now, if you have any information, you are urged to call the Wheeling Police immediately. For 7 News, live in the newsroom, Nick Conigliaro, working for you. Tate, it's the, quote, perfect marriage that's lasted 24 years for both the city of Wheeling and the Super 6. Both bring in a ton of increased business throughout our area, and they're excited for this weekend. Hectic only slightly describes what local businesses are anticipating for the Super 6. The award-winning Hampton Inn on National Road is booked solid through the weekend, as they expect a very busy next couple of days.
We have a lot of families, players, and a lot of people coming in for it, and basically just making sure our hotel is the best, so that way we can flex our muscles and show what we have to offer.
Taylor Smith, the assistant general manager at the Hampton Inn, tells me this event is a time they love because morale is high and they embody the name Friendly City.
Overall, everybody's happy to have them here. It lets us showcase what we have around here, and it lets us bring in a lot of people from outside the area.
Although this weekend does bring a lot of business for our area, it's the kids that play in the games that are the true focus of it all.
This whole Super 6 championship game is to make sure that they, along with their community and their coaches and their schools, will remember this for a very, very long time.
Unlike last year, Wheeling has a local team a part of the championship atmosphere, which co-director Dwayne Rogers says makes a big difference.
Anytime you have a local team in it, it definitely brings a little bit more excitement.
The first game of the Super 6 kicks off tomorrow night at 7 with Bluefield taking on Fairmont Senior. Wheeling Central will be playing in the final game of the Super 6 on Saturday against St. Mary's at 7 p.m. For 7 News, live in the newsroom, Nick Conigliaro, working for you. All new and only on 7 News, one local group of people are working to raise money for children's hospitals in our area through a unique way. I joined them at Karen's Pub to discuss what they're planning. For some, it's a game to play while they're at the bar. But for Cliff Howard and others, darts is a way to have fun while also helping those that can't help themselves.
I figure somebody's got to do it. You got to look out for the kids, right? You know what I mean? The kids aren't able to come out and raise the money, so I decided a couple years ago to get like a bunch of my dart playing friends together and start having dart tournaments to raise money for them.
For the third straight year, Howard has teamed up with Karen's Pump for a dart and pool tournament, with the money raised going to Caring for Kids.
They need somebody. They're in there all the time and not doing well, and they need people to be thinking about them, especially during the holidays.
A portion of the entry fees from both competitions will be sent to the charity for local children's hospitals. They tell me this tournament was their twist on raising money because throwing darts is simply what they do, and the rest, well,
It's for the kids, so I mean, everything helps.
The pool tournament begins at 4 p.m. on Saturday with a $10 entry fee, followed by the dart tournament beginning around 7:30 with a $15 entry fee. Howard says all are welcome, and no matter what, it's sure to be a bullseye. If you're interested in playing or you'd just like to help donate to the charity, Karen's Pub is located at 2341 Chaplin Street.